Yo, my name is Julian Melnick, and welcome back to the Console Gaming Channel. That's right, we're button mashers, thumbstick thrashers, and here to have a good time playing video games. Well, I mean, you guys have heard about it. It's been talked about already for like 24 hours. People are going crazy. People are posting a million videos about it, but I want to come at this from a different perspective. You see, everyone's freaking out because they're like, oh my gosh, all my favorite games are going to be on Xbox now, and I won't be able to play them on my PlayStation. I won't be able to play them on my Nintendo. Blizzard and Activision now are going to bring Call of Duty exclusively to Xbox. When am I going to play my games? Guys, it's not going to... Hobbs, cool it, man. We're going to be okay. Here's the deal. I did some research. And I waited. That's why this video is coming out a day after this happens, because I wanted to do some research. And turns out, in my findings, that with my research done, Xbox and Microsoft do things a little different. And so this whole thing actually is a very, very good thing for gaming. Extremely good, especially because Xbox and Microsoft was the company that did the purchasing. First and foremost, we know that Activision and Blizzard, they just haven't been doing so well lately.
Frat boy culture. That is how Activision Blizzard is now being described here in this new lawsuit filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing.
Well, you know, they got themselves in a little bit of trouble. They were doing some bad things, and well, it's time for a change. Microsoft's like, we'll be that change. They went and bought the company for just a lot of money, like $70 billion. Now, the reason why it's good that Xbox did it is because if we look historically at all of these new acquisitions that are happening between Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo doing nothing, we see a trend. Well, first and foremost, PlayStation, when they do their acquiring, they're acquiring these companies, and guess what? Yeah, those studios exclusively make games now for PlayStation. These games are exclusive to PlayStation and nowhere else. In fact, I went through some of the different studios that are there. We're not getting any PlayStation games anywhere else but PlayStation. And then so I went over to Nintendo. It was like nothing at all. Nintendo really isn't a part of these conversations. So you should just PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So I go over to Xbox and I check out what's going on over there, and I look at Bethesda, right? It's the big talk of the town. Bethesda, the studio that was acquired by Xbox. Now all the games are available, launch day, day one, on Xbox Game Pass. And I saw something. Yeah. Their games are also available on Nintendo and PlayStation. Xbox, though there are some games that are exclusive to Xbox, and hey, they need to, right? Exclusivity is a part of the game. You want to have your own IPs, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't fault them for that. But the thing that's really cool and really important to understand is that Xbox isn't purchasing these studios so that they can exclusively own these games, and now no one else gets to play them except for Xbox users. They actually purchase these, and it does benefit them for multiple reasons, but when they do so, a couple things change. One, there are benefits to owning an Xbox system when you have these studios being purchased by Xbox, and that is, for the most part, day one, you're going to get this title, and it's going to be available through Game Pass for free, and you'll be able to play it. In fact, you might even get it a little bit earlier than other systems. That hasn't really been the case yet, but that's to be seen. Now, where this really makes a big difference for PlayStation and Nintendo-only users is that if, for instance, I'm going to use a game that has been out for a while, It Takes Two. I played It Takes Two on my Xbox Series S. And the reason why I played it on my Xbox Series S is because it was on Game Pass. Now, was it available to me on my PlayStation 5? Oh yeah, you better believe it. Is it going to look better on my PlayStation 5? Yeah. Am I going to enjoy it more on my PlayStation 5? I mean, that's neither here nor there. I do like the controller better, but that's kind of its own thing. But I played it on my Xbox Series S because it was free. This is where there is the advantages to owning an Xbox system. It's not that this acquisition is going to make it so Call of Duty is going to be an Xbox and PC only game. This acquisition now means that there are a lot of benefits to owning an Xbox, but it doesn't mean that if you don't own one, you're not going to be able to play these games. Xbox and Microsoft as a whole have come out saying they want Game Pass to be available to everyone on any system that they choose to play it on. Yeah, that could potentially turn it into a monopoly of sorts, but realistically, what they're trying to do is create a way for gamers to interact with games more. And they're big companies, so they're going to make a buck. I don't think that this acquisition is going to create such an exclusivity that you are not going to be able to play these games that come out from Blizzard or Activision anymore, or any of the other production studios that are lumped into this huge acquisition. I just think that going forward, if you own an Xbox, you're going to be able to play them for very, very little, if not free. And if you own a PlayStation 5 or a Nintendo Switch, you'll still be able to play these games, the full games, but you're probably going to have to buy them at full price. For people who don't own Xboxes or never have, this really changes nothing. In fact, if anything, it may change the working conditions that exist at Blizzard and Activision, which, if we're getting to the social aspect of things, that's a very, very good thing. But if I'm looking at this from a gamer's perspective, purely from what am I going to get from this whole acquisition, I see this all as a benefit. This is really exciting, and also it's even more exciting because Xbox did it. They do not keep everything for themselves. They just make it really easy for you to play it for free on their systems. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? I personally am really excited, and I can't wait to see how this affects us all positively going forward in 2022. Are you stoked? Are you bummed? Are you someone who's like, great, now I have to get an Xbox? Or do you already own one? Let me know in the comments below. Let's start a conversation so I know what kind of video to make next. If you guys like this video, hit the like. If you want to be a part of the community, super simple. Subscribe helps. Do it if you want. If you don't have to. If you want to watch live streams of me playing video games and hanging out with the community, hit me up on Twitch. It's going to be the same name, twitch.tv/JulianMelnick. All right, that's all I got. I'm going to chug my coffee and make myself something to eat. Happy gaming.